G'day guys, finally getting this video done. It's had a lot of interruptions. Yeah, okay. So I've wound this coil, and when I finished winding it, I realized that I didn't have a 5x10 elliptical standard mono coil to compare it with. So what I did, I thought that I've got these 8-inch monos. So that's an 8-inch mono. It's a Minelab Super Gold Search. It's a pretty good coil. It's got thick cable. It works okay, works well. But I didn't really want to get one of these and destroy it and put the winding in. So what I did, I actually had a double D coil, and I'll show you if I pick up the right one. Okay. I actually had this double D coil, which is no longer a double D coil. And what I did, I recabled it. As you can see, it's got a nice rubber boot on it, rather than the silly things they used to put on. And I've done the cable. I put the connector, I haven't put the screws in it yet. Normal. I'll get around to that, but no big deal. And in that is a 10-inch coil. There's a 10-inch coil inside that. So what I've done, I've just tacked it on inside, done all the shielding, everything as such. So it's exactly the same as that, but it's in this. So it might sound funny, but that's how it worked out, because I didn't want to go and pull any other coils apart. I already had this shell apart, so I used it. But shall I pop your eyes or what? Do you want to see what the difference is? Okay. I'll prove to you too that it is what it is. It hasn't got anything weird in it or anything. It's not a big one, and it's not even a smaller one. I'll show you by putting a bit of metal over the winding, and you'll be able to tell it's 10-inch. So anyway, we've got this Super Gold Search 10-inch hooked up on a GPX 5000 in normal mode. We'll use normal mode, and I have the gain set on 1 because I'm running a mono in the workshop, which is a big no-no, but I'll do that anyway. We're going to fire it up. Okay, so I'll turn this thing on. I have the outputs. I have the output of the amplifier stage connected up onto the oscilloscope. So if I drop this down, I'll show you that as well. But we'll fire it up. I've already done a frequency scan, everything else. It's all rather standard, but I'll spin this round. That's it down there, and follow the wire up on that. So there you go. That's what she is. Now, there's still a lot of interference. Like I say, it's a mono. I'm running a mono in a workshop. I've got lights on, power on, switch mode, power supplies running. I could probably turn a lot of stuff off, but let's enjoy the noise. So yeah, and if you have a look on the oscilloscope at the waveform. I'll just drop this down so you can be able to see it. Down you go. Oh, it just went completely bonkers there for some reason, but I don't know why. Oh, whoa, it's picking up the camera. Oh no, I know what it is. I know what it is. It's these wireless microphones, I think. Hang on. Excuse me doing that, but stop doing it now. I'm just moving around here. Oh, hang on a sec. That'll stop that. I've got a bridge connector in there, and it was near the front of the detector, which picks up interference. So anyway, there it is. See that yellow wire? I'm just using it as a little bit of a bridge. but no big deal. I'm going to run on both. But have a look at the oscilloscope. That is, wow. So, something's going completely bonkers in here. Hang on, I'm going to turn some stuff off because I think something's happening. I've got batteries charging as well, so maybe that's it. No? It's going to stabilise, I hope so. It's on a gain of 1. So anyway, that's the waveform we're getting on that standard coil. Now I'll zoom out. I think it might be something to do with the camera. I've got no idea. It hasn't done it before like this, but I don't know. Something funny. Anyway, let's go back onto this thing. I had this up because I had it on the coil, but okay. There's nothing else on. What else is on? I don't know. Could be anything. I just don't know. There's little switch mode power supplies plugged in everywhere. It could be it, but anyway, let's cop the interference. First of all, like I say, it's on a gain of 1. Whoops, there we go. Do the 0.05, and then we'll do that one, 0.1. So let's see if we can hear it with the standard. It's going to be difficult because of the bloody noise, but we'll give it a go. I'll call it out as I go. Okay. .05, useless. But we'll use the 0.1 because it's the only thing we're going to be able to pick up with the detector on a gain of 1 with all this noise. Picks it up at about 5 centimeters. End of story on 5 centimeters. Okay, let's go and swap this other coil over. Ouch. Damn, still on the cable tie, the sharp end, the little boxy bit. Okay, so we'll take away this gadget, which is 10-inch coil. I don't think it's seen much use. Cable's in perfect condition. Anyway, I'll get rid of that and stick the other one on. So here we are. This is a complete reworked, redone double D coil, which is now a mono. So inside here, basically it's a 10-inch mono. I could pop it apart and show you, but some things I like keeping as secrets. When the time's right, you'll all know, but I can't do it now because it just give everyone a heads up. So no, can't do it. So anyway, here we go. We'll turn that on. This is something's on. Something electrical is on. I saw that jump up and jump down on the oscilloscope. Anyway, let's have a look at the oscilloscope anyway. I'll show you what's happening. I'll zoom in. Have a look at the waveform. Yeah, I think we're on 300 megahertz bandwidth, so it's going to show a bit of noise, but have a look how flat those traces are, and they don't go woofing up into the atmosphere. like the other one. You can go back and forth in the video and have a look at the difference. Detector is exactly the same. So I'll go around here. I better zoom out because I can't work out what I'm looking at. Okay. I'll take this up a little bit with a little handle here. Just to make it a bit more level. And so if I do zoom in, it's not completely crazy. So I'll do that. Okay. Beforehand, we're getting the target at 5 centimeters. And don't be confused. It's not a 11-inch coil. It's the 10-inch is inside it, which is actually more or less the 10 by 5, but the outer diameter worked out to about 10. So we'll try 0.05. It won't hear it, I don't think. No, won't hear it. But I'll show you where the windings are, just so you know. I'll go across. Oh, I think I'll have to use the 0.1. But there's no windings on the edge of the coil. I have to come in. That's where the windings are. The windings are about here, around. So anyway, there's our 0.1. Let's see how far we can get this. And I'll put this in a way that I've got the cable in the way. Okay, spin it around. Here we go. I'm at 7, I can hear it, no problem. See if we get to 8. Yep. I can hear that. See if we get to 9. Just chirping in. I will say 8. Okay. A redesigned coil, same size, as in the windings are the same size. Complete different structural way of doing it, different materials, okay? And we can go from a standard 8-inch coil at 5 centimeters to an 8-inch coil winding up to 8. Work that out as a percentage. And the funny thing is, it's easy to hear. The noise, I just noticed the noise dropped a bit for some reason. No, I won't say 9, even though I can sort of hear it, but it's a clear at 8. So 5 to 8. That's pretty good. So yeah, we'll go put it in tracking, see how it goes on hot rocks. I don't know. I haven't done that yet. Well, it handles Kalgoorlie hot rocks easily. So I'm just thinking, so I might turn some of that racket down. I'll turn off that. I'll turn off the detector. I'll drop this down. Yeah. I'll give you an example of Oh, I've got it around on that camera, haven't I? Oh, dear me. I like having the back camera because I can see what I'm pointing at. But I have to stand behind it to see what I'm doing. Yeah, how's that? That'll probably do. There. But this will be a bit of show and tell. So that was the housing I was going to put it in, and I was going to wind it for that. But then I realised I don't have a mono one of these. So I thought, well, that's not really fair, is it? Because even though we're losing it long ways, we're going to be improving a little bit near field in the narrow. So it's not a fair test. So 5 by 10, turn it into a circle, works out about 8, right? So it's exactly the same as the 8-inch coil. It was no difference. I actually checked it. So, yeah, if we get, come here, you. So if you hold the two together, like so, it's just nearly the same size. When you extrapolate it and, you know, shrink it in and pull it out, it works out to about 8 inches. Now, that's how this worked out. That's the formula I used. I just wound it on here. I put some cable ties around it to hold its relative shape and position. And what I did then, I said, well, I'm not going to keep this elliptical shape. So I just took it off, and as I had cable ties around it, I just worked it into a round shape and then pulled the cable ties sharp. I don't leave cable ties on the wires because when I put my shielding on there, it makes a bit of a mozza of it. It's all over the place because of the square ends on the actual cable ties. So what I do, between the cable ties, I get some masking tape, and I just break off a bit of masking tape and go around hard on the wires, make sure it's all in the right position. This is after I've taken it off that, of course. So round with the masking tape, and yeah, then a little bit of the magic sauce, and then a little bit of other magic. New cable, some well, I will let you know, there is some core material inside the coil. I'll let you know that. You can work that out why it's there. It's pretty obvious, but it's called, you have to use a soldering iron when you put cable onto the coil winding itself, and don't just leave that exposed. Put a core around it, preferably iron powder core, not ferrite. Iron powder, because it's basically a near match for the conditions we are detecting in. The ground doesn't have a permeability of freaking 2,200. It's more like about 5 or 10. What are iron powder cores like? Around those numbers. You can get them all over the place, but you really want to match it. So that's the trick there. You don't get any interaction with the ground and you know, what do you want to call it? Redistribution of energy, we can call it, or basically having an effect with the ground coming back and unbalancing things and making noise or whatever. Because the solder acts as little gold targets that just sit there, but as you're swinging it, things are moving in relation to those solder things. So it's like, instead of moving a gold nugget, or moving the coil with a gold nugget and getting a signal, it's basically putting the gold nugget in the windings and then swinging, and you're going to have interaction between the gold nugget and any sort of hot rocks or anything like that. It's all going to cause noise, so you don't want that. So that's a good way to cure that. And yeah, as I've only put this coil together with a bit of, I've tacked it inside a bit of hot melt glue, because I'll probably pull it apart and do other things, because it's a very versatile shell now. But hang on, I'll just undo this. Now, I might as well give you a bit of a good. I put that on hard, didn't I? That's just a skid plate. Yeah, I think I might have put the skid plate on while I tacked it with the rest of it with a bit of hot melt, and it's stuck on the skid plate. Hang on a second. Good old isopropyl alcohol. The whole thing will fall apart now if it gets in there, the fumes, because it'll everything will let go. Oh God, come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. The skid plate is actually stuck to the bottom of the coil. Oh, here we go. We've got glue going everywhere. That's all right. I'll just show you what I've got in here. So, you know, I'll go put my hand over that part. But there you go. That is the coil inside the housing. So, there you go. It is a 10-inch. So, there you go. But how much more sensitive is that coil compared to that Minelab one? It'd be a bit of a pain to do, but I've got some. I don't know if I should do it. No, I shouldn't do it either. Really, no. I'm thinking because you know it's putting out too much. That I have some branded coils, other brands, and I could just show you how woeful they are. Sorry, but I'm being cheeky, and I'll tell you what. Coil manufacturers and that will hate me for saying it, and probably coil sellers, because you know, it's one of those things that people get their nose out of joint. No one likes being told their product is inferior to anything else that's out there. You know, it'd be like telling Boeing their rocket's inferior to Elon Musk's, which was proven to be true. But with these coils, well, I think I just proved something, didn't I? You know, I can get that the 10 and you know, that's exactly the same. I got to put my hand over part of it because commercially sensitive reasons. Okay, but if you made a dongle for, like, smashed open a 6000 coil, got the dongle out of it, I could incorporate that coil with an adapter and a dongle. So we can, have I got it here? So I always have ideas when I'm doing these videos, and then I go, oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. So we can get, you know, basically get a dongle out of the coil for a 6000 and stick a normal connector on it, and don't run a normal coil. It will not work. I can make them work. Don't muck around, because there's part of the circuitry there. We'll call it just call it tricky business, I suppose. And if you do something wrong, yeah, I think that you'll be doing some repair on your detector. And if you can't do it, you're going to have to pay to have it done. But yeah, we've got those, and I had some other stuff here. Let's go to find it. And Jason's been in here. Yeah. You know, I had stuff and I can't see it now. That's just amazing, isn't it? Put it down. Damn. Always happens. There's so much stuff in here. Just realize that this place is just too crowded. So yeah, that's that project on the go. And yeah, I don't know where I put it. Oh well, no big deal. Yeah, I've got Chari's building up these new boards that hopefully will be done soon. This will be another eye opener. This will make a lot of people happy. Very, very happy indeed for all the detectors. But that will be done soon. I have to get her to basically do a grind on them, get the chip numbers off the chips. That's what you do, don't you? Grind the chip numbers off so no one knows what you put in there, what the devices are. Damn it, I'm trying to find some connectors and I can't find them. But you know, we have some interesting cable. If anyone, oh god, trip over the chair. Come back here. We have some interesting cable like this stuff. So yeah, that's all LITS construction, by the way. That's all LITS cable. Oh, I think that might look like 7000 detector cable, very similar. What do you think? Transmit, ground, receive active. So yeah, if you break your 7000 cables, they do exist. And yeah, I've had Dave chop off. Oh god, these things are heavy. Yeah, Dave's chopped off the 7000 plug and made me a dongle, which is good. So yeah, I should heat that up. You can actually heat this up very carefully, guys. Where it's curly like that, you can heat it up. I'll tell you the trick to do it if you want to know how to do it and do it properly so you don't burn the plastic or destroy it. What you do is you get a frying pan. I used to do this. I used to do a lot of plastic work years ago. Actually, I've done a lot of stuff. And I used to heat it up with glycerin. And you'd put this in the glycerin, leave it there and get it hot. And slowly you'd pull it and you'd have a straight bit there and just let it cool down. But glycerin is what you do it in. It works really good. It doesn't attack plastics, rubbers or anything. It's inert. So there's a trade secret for you. So glycerin is the way to go. And I'm still amazed that anyone can swing these things. It just weighs a ton. It just weighs an absolute ton. Oh, dear me. So, yeah, these are coil. Oh, the other former. I don't know if I showed you this the other day, but probably not. Yeah, that's the one I made out the dowels. So that's a, well, it's going to be for concentric type coils, but you can wind a small one or a bigger one on that, whatever you want. So, yeah, coil formers are really easy to make. It's just bits of wood and some nails. It's pretty straightforward. What else is kicking around? I just wanted to show you these other things, but oh God, I don't know. Yeah, a bit strange. Oh, here's one thing here. I saw that sitting there. Yeah, there's the dongle for the 7000 Dave made. You can see that he makes them bulletproof. God, you can't even bend that. It is it's very tough. But yeah, so you just stick your whatever coil on there. You know, you can stick on your, what can we stick on there? I don't know. You could probably stick one of those on there if you wanted to. Yeah, and onto your 7000. Yeah, that's a very small coil, but God, that's heavy as well for what it is. It's very small. The one I made, by the way, I haven't got anything like handy that I could weigh it on, but it's so light. compared to a normal cable. Normal cable, normal coil. Yeah, I haven't got the back on it. Like, I haven't got the back on it. So, but it's light as a pancake. It really is. It's very, very light. And I've got a real double D here, and just do it. Oh God, that's about 3 times the weight. I know it definitely is a double D, but it's about 3 times the weight. It's heavy as. But yeah, you know, it was a big thing about getting weight out of coils. And I've got a commander coil over here. How's that compare? Actually, what's that one? Oh, that's my other thing. Yep. Okay. Commander. Okay. I'm just doing a toss. Hang on, I'll put this thing back together. I'll put everything on it, the plastic and everything. Because I really want to know the weight difference myself. That is so much lighter, and I've got the whole thing packaged up. Even the cable on it like that. Yep. Light. It's so light. This one hasn't even got the skid plate on it, but still lighter. So even though those were meant to be light, they're light, but they're not as light as that. That is really, really light. So, and I could even improve on that design some more. But it's amazing. I really want to go out in the field. And speaking of going out in the field, how's all that hullabaloo about Oz Geology and GeoVic website and the overlays and all the hullabaloo over that? My God. You know, everyone's running around thinking we've all been locked out of being able to prospect, and you know, you can't go detecting, and yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff. It needs proper explanation. It needs to be written up in plain English. Not look here, go there, refer to that, refer back. It's even the guy writing it probably stuffed up, you know, because it's just too convoluted. It's really, really bad. So, guys, what do you think of the coil anyway? Tell me what you think about the coil test. That's the main thing. It was I did that live stream setting up to make the thing, make the framework for it and that. And yeah, the only thing is I can't show you the nitty gritty because I keep saying if I keep showing everybody everything, you'll just see it all get whisked away and come out commercially, and other people will benefit who don't deserve to because they had no input in it. So I want to sort of just keep it away from prying eyes. And I always use the terminology, not monkey see, monkey do. It's monkey see, monkey copy. It's copy. It's like, you know, it's like a big country in Southeast Asia, but on your back doorstep, more or less. So, yeah, or elsewhere, of course, we know that. But it is what it is. And like I say, I'm just wording you all up and letting you see that I can make better coils, okay? They are better. They're far more, they're actually electrically more quiet and more sensitive, and they go deeper, and it's a coil. So we can do tricks into the detectors as well. We can do these coils in a particular way and change, I'm going to change some stuff in the coil which would actually enhance the operation of these coils. Even though these coils will work perfectly on any detector, but I can make it even better still. I can make it better still with doing different stuff to the coil, and I can make it better still by doing different stuff to the detector. And I'm talking, it won't have any effect on a normal coil in the detector, but it will enhance the operation of these ones that I just made. Which I can't give too much away on that because You know, all it needs is some smart boffin to twig and broadcast, and that'll be the end of that, and that's me kicking the tripod. So anyway, it is yeah, 7:15 odd, and I'm gonna go get something to eat, and it's warm. Today is warm. I'm in my room and I'm sweating, so yeah, summer is here. All good. So I can make that a lot quieter. I should have taken that little loop I've had on there off. It would have probably made it a bit quieter, but even being able to operate that inside this workshop with everything on, yeah, amazing. Even though the detector's only got a gain of 1. How's that? A gain of 1, normal mode, and I'm picking up 0.1s as high as I was with a 10-inch coil in the noise. Work that one out. You work it out. We'll just leave it there. I hope someone does work it out, because then I'd have nothing to worry about. It'd be like, oh, they've all worked it out. Beauty. I don't have to protect anything anymore. Double-edged sword, isn't it? Oh, dear. Anyway, that'll do us. I hope you enjoyed that. Wind it back and forth in the video. You can, you know, take it back, go forward, have a look at the oscilloscope waveforms, right? And have a look at, I hope you could hear it. I only had one microphone on, but yeah, I was getting a clear signal at 8 centimeters against 5 centimeters. So you work that out. So yeah, it translates through to smaller stuff. Imagine if out in the bush, be really, really good. Anyway, catches.